Hey, what is going on, guys? Facial Hair here, and I got another unboxing, or actually no, it's a product review today. Because an unboxing means that I would have a box to take out, and as you can see, I already took it out the box. Because I couldn't wait to use these things, and the packaging was, I always say, less than eventful. So, today I'm bringing you my review of the Strix Pro gaming headset. What is going on, guys? So I switched back over to desk cam here for you guys to get a sort of up close and personal feel for these headphones, at least from the side. So ASUS Strix gaming line has for a while now tried to really seat itself up with the Republic of Gamers line, which is the premier one that you all know for their amazing motherboards and their ridiculously nice, very expensive monitors. So ASUS came out with the Strix line that's more of their silent gaming and their kind of mid-range. Well, there is nothing silent and nothing mid-range about these headphones. So to begin with, and I'm going to kind of give you a sort of look-see here, at least from the side, you'll notice that it does say Strix down there on the bottom there. It's kind of blurry because I've had to use a webcam due to some technical difficulties here. But you'll notice it has the kind of driver accent here. These are actually, by the way, they are full. Oopsies, there we go. They are completely circular, but it's sliced off like that aesthetically to have that look of kind of the eyes of an owl, because that's Strix's big thing is owls and silent gaming and stealth and all these kind of things. Speaking about stealth, they have a very nice non-gloss, almost matte, but sort of flat, actually, black texture to them, black covering and coloring, and a very nice, and I mean very nice, I was surprised, black braided cable that is not, however, detachable from the headphones, but it is sturdy enough to where I don't think that'll become an issue. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to give you a couple of details about these headphones. First off, these headphones are not the most available headphones. I have the only pair in the county where I live, and one of only a few pairs in North Texas. So, they are, I don't want to say rare, but they are really new, and they are not very much available. However, this is most likely soon to change. So, also, there are two flavors to these headphones. There are the 7.1 surround sound, and there are the Strix Pros that I have here. Now, I opted to go for the Strix Pros as opposed to the 7.1s for a couple of reasons. One, availability. Two, the price tag has a decent jump. And three, the 7.1s are a little bit heavier and a little bit overall more bulky than these. And I will be using these not only for personal music listening, but also as a actual set of performance headphones, and I will be editing this video you're watching while using these headphones. So, now I got that out the way. A couple of things that are kind of cool about the 7.1s as opposed to these is, the 7.1, first of all, they are 7.1 surround sound, while these are very nice, very balanced stereo headsets, which, with the use of software, whether it's the Razer Surround software or Corsair software or whoever it is that you decide to use, you can create virtual surround sound. However, obviously, that's still not going to be as good as actual, true onboard surround sound. So, moving on from that, the only other main difference that's in any type of positivity is the 7.1s, the orange ring that you see here lights up on the 7.1s. It does not light up on the Gaming Pro stereos. So, moving on to the actual overall build quality of the unit, like I mentioned earlier, it's very strong, very well built, and they are very, very big. These headsets are 60mm drivers. So, that is this unit here, and I can show you here, I tip this up and kind of show you on the inside. These are 60mm drivers. These are true 60s, and these things are huge. I wore these out in public just a little bit ago because I got them out of the box because I really wanted to use them. And I had a couple people looking at me at the 7-Eleven, and I had one person actually ask me about them, and they are very big, and they are eye-catching, especially with the orange and black design. The other thing that I can say to the build quality is it is very ergonomic. They rotate out both sides for storage and for portability. They're very, very stretchy, very compactable, very thick. And sorry if that was a little loud. And everything seems very, very well built. The one thing with these that I will note when it comes to build quality, because this is important, and this freaked me out when I first opened them, was these do not extend up or down. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, what if my head is not the perfect size then? Well, that's fine. Because the adjustment actually comes from the headband. It moves up and down to fit your head, so you have a perfect fit. There's no more of these ratcheting off the side here, and there's no more of the click, 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 and the trying to get an adjustment. You have a sure fit on your head because it's coming off of the band instead of the ratchet. Also, the ratcheting height adjustment is one of the weakest points of any headphone construction is dealing with that. So, moving on to overall features, obviously you're going to have some booming sound with them being with them being 60 millimeter drivers. You are going to have some booming sound. You are also going to have a very clean sound, and that's one reason why I like them. Is I'm used to the punchy bass of the Kraken Pros that I have that are over there somewhere, lying on my windowsill, and they've kind of reached the end of their life, but they have a very boomy bass. The problem with that is it can very, very much distort certain movies or certain music. So, where these come in is you know the bass is there, and you can still feel the bass. However, they do not overdo it with the bass, and they allow for all the rest of your music and all the rest of your video quality to come through. And talking about bass, because we know it's all about that bass, it does still exist, and I know I'm rattling on just so I can make that joke or that reference, but the mids, the highs, and the overall tones sound amazing on these. As well, even with the built-in audio adjustment on here, and with the built-in hardware that comes with it that I'll show you in a second, these are loud, and they're clear, and they have all this power without assaulting your eardrums. Something I was going to note earlier that I wanted to kind of show you here, and I kind of got to turn it a little bit so you can see. These squares, I'm going to go from the back so I can show you. These squares here are actual squishy plates, and I love these things. They're nice, soft cushioning, and they feel amazing on your head. So, with that being said, I do want to point out, and I'm going to bring this over here so you can kind of see it on camera here. I'm trying to get it close so you can see it. This is the audio jet. It is very well built. The one thing I want to bring up is you will see there is actually, and I'm going to see if I can kind of get it here to show you, there is actually 4 bands on this plug. And there is a very apparent reason in a second that for the 4th band at the very top. Now, the reason that's an issue is because if you're going to use these headphones for personal music listening, you're going to have to use an adapter with them, which I actually happen to have right here. So, this unit actually comes with 2 separate adapters. You can see it's a male and female. And it will say on here, Apple, HTC, Samsung, Sony, PS4, etc. These will plug directly into your PS4 controller, which is very nice. And there's another extender here that says old Nokia, Sony Ericsson, and old Samsung. So they're actually really showing the love for all the different devices. And the reason that's a good thing is because certain devices have different band setups on the prongs. And most devices cannot send enough power for all 4 prongs. And this was very apparent with my current phone, which is the Samsung Note 2. It did not have enough power to push these headphones on their own. So that's why I had to use this step-down, basically step-down adapter, so that I could actually power them. And it says on the back, as you can see here, there's a lot of text, which I know is really blurry. But basically what it says is some mobile device brands use different pole arrangements for headset connection. If the headset does not work properly during mobile conversation, or for example, only one side has sound or your voice not being heard, please use the included connection adapter, which this is one of them. And that's the problem that I ran into originally, was the sound was only coming through one side, and that is because most iPods and most phones do not have enough power to push these headsets to their full potential. Now, you're probably wondering to yourself, well, I see a hole over here. What's that hole for? And as you can see right here, there is a port. And what that's for is the removable omnidirectional flex mic that comes with this. And this mic is amazing. So this mic keeps with the orange and black aesthetic. Very nice, I think. And it has the prong. And basically you just take it and you plug it in. And you're good to go. Now, you can also take it out like how I keep it for 2 big reasons. One, because I have a mobile mic. It's called a cell phone. But also, I have a blue snowball that I'm talking to you here on right now. This guy right here with the pop filter, that, in all honesty, is going to have a lot better sound than this mic. And that's also what I use for in-game communication, because downsampling audio is a lot easier when you have a high-rated audio to downsample. So, with that said, there's only one piece of hardware left to introduce, and that's the big one. Over here I have off to the side, you probably saw it originally and are wondering. This is the PC connector that it comes with, and I'm actually going to move this here so that you can kind of get an idea of how thick this is. Ignore the Dr. Pepper product placement there in the slight back. This cable unit here is ridiculous in a good way. You'll notice it has a stealthy Strix logo on it, which you can kind of see. And you'll notice that on the other opposing side, it has the mic on and off, analog, I like that. And it has a light here, which is covered by my finger. The reason there's a light there is because you have 3 ports that deliver to this unit. You have your USB, your mic, and your audio analog. The USB is to power active environmental noise canceling. Now, there is a mic port on the top here that you'll see. That is for what I just mentioned, the active noise canceling. It listens to your environment, whether it's a LAN party, a convention, your bedroom when your mom's yelling at you, your girlfriend, your wife, your boyfriend, whoever it is. When they're yelling at you or the noise around, this reads it and it will keep it out of your audio connection. And obviously it needs some power, hence the USB power. USB power also helps to drive these massive headphones. So there is a straight up analog, well, I shouldn't say really, rotary, I guess is the word, volume control. The middle right there is about middle volume. To your, I want to say to your right is going to be volume up, and to your left is volume down. And having it all the way to there is basically off, and all the way to there is full blast. So, with that being said, you will take your 4-prong, and you will put it into the hole here, the port, make all the jokes you want. That, by the way, is also the reason for the 4th prong on the plug, is due to it needing that 4th prong to read for the active noise canceling. Now, I know this looks like a lot of cable, and it is, what I love is that it's all amazingly well braided and amazingly well built. Now, like I mentioned before, this doesn't have the punchy bass that I'm used to, but that's okay. I'm really starting to enjoy with this headset. I'm starting to enjoy the rest of my media and my content because I'm able to hear the rest of it without it being overpowered by bass. So, all in all, this is a absolutely fantastic headset. And the one thing with this that I love is it makes cable management, in all honesty, very easy. Because I can have this unit sitting on the far end of my mouse pad, and I can use the cable management on my desk to help keep it from going anywhere. On top of that, they include on the bottom here, you see it's kind of dirty, but it's basically a super grippy pad that's going to help hold it in place. So on any wood, metal desk surface, this thing that basically feels like it's mounted. But at the same time, you can literally just take it, and you'll hear a slight little stick. This is not an adhesive pad as much as it feels like it is. It is not an adhesive pad. You will also notice one thing I almost glossed over, which would have been bad. There's a little switch here, for the little micro switch. This is to turn the environmental noise canceling on and off. Basically what this is that if you don't have access to USB, then having the active noise canceling on is kind of pointless. So this gives you a chance to turn it on and off. Also, if you're in an environment where you might need to hear your surroundings, like in a coffee shop, or if you are, have roommates, things like that, you need to know how loud everything else is, then that is where turning that off is going to be a good idea. So, all in all, cable management for this unit is actually very easy. Everything wraps up nice and neat, and it just becomes a great, great thing. So, my final points on this headset is, yes, they are large. Yes, they are powerful. And yes, they sound amazing. You're going to want to wear them around your neck. You're going to want to have people ask you about them. And you're just going to want to really just spend time with these headsets. So, aside from they're very hard to find, and they're, for me it was about $108 with tax. But aside from those cons, I really, really am happy with these. So until next time, Mr. The Facial Hair, this is my review of the Strix Pro gaming headset. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.